Today, I want to talk about a speaker who used public communication not just to share ideas, but to change the direction of history. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. is widely recognized as one of the most powerful voices for the Civil Rights Act in America. His public speaking helped move a nation towards equality by inspiring hope, exposing injustice, and motivating people to act. Understanding how he communicated so effectively shows how public speaking can be used as a tool for real social change. To see why King's speeches were so influential, it's important to understand who he was and what he was fighting for. Martin Luther King Jr. was a Baptist minister and the leader of a major civil rights efforts during the 1950s and the 1960s. According to the King Center, he worked to end racial segregation, discrimination, and inequality across all of the United States. He wanted African Americans to have equal access to voting, education, public spaces, houses, and employment. King fought for social change because he believed racial injustice and violated both moral and constitutional principles. His Christian values and commitment to human dignity are what shaped his mission. Now that we understand his goals, we can look at how he worked to create social change. King used nonviolent action in public speaking as his main tools for change. Stanford University's MLK Research Institute explains that he organized large-scale events, such as the Montgomery bus boycotts, sit-ins, freedom marches, and the March on Washington. In each event, King used speeches to motivate people to act peacefully while still demanding justice. His words gave people courage, unity, and a shared vision. Though these actions, King gained national attention and helped push forward major laws such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. The next question is, why were his speeches so effective? Martin Luther King Jr. was successful because he mastered key three areas, all of which have been talked about in this communication class so far and past I've taken. And those are ethos, pathos, and logos. First, he used ethos, credibility. As a pastor and respected leader, he was viewed as morally trustworthy. His calm tone, confidence, and consistency built enormous respect from the audiences. Second, he used the power of pathos. His emotional appeal in his speeches included vivid imagery, expressive delivery, and stories that made people feel the struggle of injustice. His emotional style created connection, hope, and urgency. Third, he used logos, which is logical reasoning. King's speeches were well organized, using facts, historical references, and examples to support his arguments. His clear structure made his ideas easy to understand and easy to remember. Together, these speaking skills made him one of the most persuasive and influential people in the history of America. Together, as we look at the impact of his work, one thing becomes clear. Martin Luther King Jr. used the power of public speaking to challenge injustice, move the nation, towards equality through his credibility, emotional connection, and logical arguments. He persuaded millions and inspired lasting social change. Today, because they speak the values we all share: justice, fairness, and dignity. King shows us that when communication is used with skill and purpose, it can change not only people's belief, but an entire society.